All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are fast rolling into the Interrupted Tales podcast. I got myself some Hopster's chocolate milk 2.0, 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. Yes, we have that available if you guys can squeeze in there. Mystery. Anything with an expired copyright. It's time for another Interrupted Tale.
Hello, welcome to the show that usually ends. Another episode of Interrupted Tales. I'm Rob, and this is my good friend and co-host, Alan. Alan, say hi to the people.
Okay, we got one.
That's all you need. Rob's dead weight. I read the story offline. I'm just gonna play that on one channel, and then I'll do the jokes on the other. That works.
Little pre-recorded track. That's a beautiful mug, sir.
It is a beautiful mug. Love the color scheme.
Since we have a couple of moments. Oh, David, the producer, welcome to the chat. Adam from Everyone Has a Podcast, so welcome to the chat. Sam and Lisa confirmed for 10 a.m. Sunday.
Okay. Allow more people, Nikolash.
I don't need to allow more people. There's only 3 people. This has popped up after, I forget which segment it was. It hasn't gone away yet. I don't know how to make it go away.
Oh, let me get Rob to knock again, I guess.
What the hell did Rob do?
Sir Rob,
I don't know.
knock again.
This is always fucking something.
He's just sitting in the green room, just chilling out in the green room.
Exactly. I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on?
I forgot that this time slot I thought would be a little late enough that maybe my young daughters would not be awake for.
You're early too, it's fine.
Green room too.
If you would, please.
All right, so we have Rob and we have Alan from the Interrupted Tales podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for what I am sure is going to be an amazing, amazing story. First of all, before we go anywhere, I am in fucking love with Parasitecology.
Thank you.
Talk to
You
Alan.
guys are doing an amazing
Alan's
job.
baby.
I appreciate that. It's for people that don't know what that is our other podcast. It's actually a scripted audio drama about a depressed
comedy audio.
Yeah, comedy.
Audio drama. We have to call it an audio drama. It's annoying.
Yeah. It's comedy. There's some drama too. It's about a depressed nerd who is host to an alien parasite who helps control his emotions, says funny things. Great voice actor too. I don't want to.
The alien. It's quite amazing. It's a find.
Yeah.
Really. It's quite a find. Not cheap.
It's hard.
Not cheap.
No.
I
Very
legitimately,
demanding.
I mean it. I'm obsessed with it. I absolutely love it. You guys are doing an absolutely amazing job. But you guys are here for Interrupted Tales. So please tell the audience, before you settle into this week's tale, what's the show all about?
Sure. Interrupted Tales is a podcast where every week we read a short story from an old pulp magazine. They can be romance, western, sci-fi, really anything crime. And one person reads it and the other host interrupts it with jokes and commentary and little funny bits. It's kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but for short stories. And we just did a fun one. We've started doing guest readers. So we just had Lindsay from the 33% Pulp podcast as a guest reader on this week's episode. And a few weeks ago, we had Sean Ennis from the Stories of Your and Yours.
Excuse me.
podcast.
I believe you mean the Velvet Drizzle.
Yes. The man whose voice can make the cattle follow him wherever he goes. The Velvet Drizzle.
Okay.
You just want to pour it on your pancakes.
Yep.
So
I do that with velvet, but okay.
Delicious suede pancakes.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna step out, gentlemen, and the floor is yours for this week's tale. I can't wait. I
Right.
love you
Well,
guys. I cannot wait.
We're gonna do this like a real show. We're gonna try to put on a show here, folks. So thank you very, very much.
That means Rob's gonna ruin it, right, Alan?
Nick, let's not in front of Rob.
Yeah. That's not my choice.
I didn't have
It's,
him muted. Shit. Ugh.
Well, thank you, Nick, and thank you, Alan, for our last show together.
But a great run.
Did you get the music to work, Alan?
No, I didn't. Get into it, Rob.
All right. Well, we're going to insert it. He's going to insert it here through the power of editing. He's not going to edit it
No.
at all. No. All right. Hello, and welcome to the show that usually ends, another episode of Interrupted Tales, the podcast where my friend and I take turns reading stories to you, the listener, while the other person constantly interrupts. As always, I am Rob, and I'm joined tonight by America's newest presidential candidate for 2020, Alan. Alan, how are you?
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Excellent. That fits in with this week's sci-fi story.
We're merely exchanging long protein strings.
No, Alan and I are actually just holding hands.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh,
You're
well,
also going to
money,
have
money.
donations interrupting you, gentlemen. That is the Something Cast dropping in $50. Amazing.
Oh, hey,
little
thank you.
Something. Thank you very much.
Thank
That's
you so
awesome.
much. We are also $49 away from $3,000.
Nice.
Make it rain, people.
All right. Well, hopefully this is good because we've got a Tale of Future Felony here. It's from the 2007 short story collection, Overclocked, by actually living author Cory Doctorow. He actually gave us permission to use this story, which was awesome. And it's the first time we've ever had a story from somebody in this century.
Creator of boingboing.net.
Speaker, activist, and pretty smart dude. This story is called Printcrime. And again, you should also check out his latest book, Radicalized, which is just came out and is available everywhere now. Tonight, we have a very special episode. We're recording live as a part of the live stream for the Cure event to raise money for cancer research. No matter when you're listening to this, you can still donate and give to a great cause by going to livestreamforthecure.com and making a donation to the Cancer Research Institute. This episode will also be a little bit different because we are going to be doing challenges for each donation during the show. Every time you hear a donation noise or Nick calls us a name or tells us we have a donation, Alan, who's interrupting, will read a card for me, the reader, to do a challenge. Some of them might be a goofy voice. Some of them are something strange I have to do. And some of them are just things Alan made up to make me look bad.
Absolutely.
We will also have a raffle of all the donors tonight with a grand prize given to someone picked at random who will not be related to us. Alan insisted on this.
Right.
He did. I tried to get a little grift in here somewhere, but I couldn't. And the winner will receive if they want it, a blue snowball microphone that I used to record the first half of our Interrupted Tales episodes, along with a swag bag of stickers and pins and other stuff from our show, and anyone can get that also, same swag bag, if they give us a review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts.
Ooh, speaking of donations, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, the god of podcasting himself has checked in with a $50 donation. I think we got to get this in here right now, just
You
for the
mean
sauce.
Joe Rogan donated $50?
You're not my dad.
Oh, yes.
And that puts us, gentlemen, over $3,000, 40% of the way there.
Fantastic.
First night. 40%.
Thank you, Loy Sauce.
You guys, good job. Good job.
Thank you, Loy.
Thank you very, very much, Loy Boy.
Loin,
I'm never going to get it right.
you could just
ever,
call him
and that's a
loin sauce.
Loin sauce.
That's a lot of cum.
Yeah, that's
Oh, just a regular Friday
put
night.
my daughters to bed, please. Go on, Rob.
So now it's actually good timing because it's time to pour yourself your favorite drink. Hopefully not that. And curl up on your favorite chair while we read you this week's tale. Cue the music, Alan.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well done. Printcrime by Cory Doctorow. The coppers smashed my father's printer when I was 8.
Mm. Well, Rob, it sounds like the printer had it coming. I think that's pretty clear. There's only so many low toner beeps the police can let go before they have to use lethal force. It's just regulations.
Yeah, I don't blame them personally.
Yeah.
I remember the hot, cling film in a microwave smell of it, and Dad's look of ferocious concentration as he filled it with fresh goop, and the warm, fresh-baked feel of the objects that came out of it.
That's fucking gross. If you thought Stifler's mom was done acting and Jason Biggs was probably dead, then you haven't seen the Horn Dog Classic updated for the new millennium, American Banker Bot. Watch as a new generation of teens stick it in the warm,
Oh.
fresh baked goop
Oh,
of a, I don't know, 3D printed teapot. I don't know. There's boobs. Come on in. Lots
you
of
know,
seats, we got lots of boobs.
that was a really great 20-year-old movie reference there, Alan.
Hey, thanks, Rob.
Great.
Hey, I think you're forgetting about American Pie 2, American Pie 3, American Pie 4, the reuniting.
The band camp.
Hold on, let me see. This is
The Naked Mile.
That was
This
from
is-
the flute's point of view, I believe.
let me, if I could, read from the
It's all
Wikipedia
POV.
entry
It's like Hardcore Harry, but with a flute.
for American Reunion. In August 2018, Tara Reid said she met with the directors, with them saying the 5th film will happen and that filming would begin soon.
I have no
And
doubt.
also, Tara, please stop calling us. We're not going to rep your GoFundMe. Why don't you get a job at the Cheesecake Factory like the rest of us?
Paradise. The coppers came through the door with truncheons The coppers came through the door with truncheons swinging, one of them reciting the terms of the warrant through a bullhorn.
Any third-party ink refills can and will be used against you.
One of Dad's customers had shopped him. The eye police paid in high-grade pharmaceuticals, performance enhancers, memory supplements, metabolic boosters.
The eye police, they live inside of iPads. The eye police, they want to FaceTime with dads.
If you weren't old enough to get the American Pie reference, welcome to the Rush portion of the program.
I'm wearing checkerboard shoes right now. Does that help?
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
do
They're
they get
getting
it
it
now?
now. They're
Okay,
getting
thanks.
it now.
It's
Yeah.
gonna go
I
on.
have also, I'm strapping on a pair of roller skates and I've got a stick with a wheel. I'm going to
Okay.
put down the street. The kind of thing that cost a fortune over the counter. The kind of thing you could print at home if you didn't mind the risk of having your kitchen filled with a sudden crush of big, beefy bodies, hard truncheons whistling through the air, smashing anyone and anything that got in the way.
It's a bad episode of Kitchen Nightmare. These beefy bodies are raw. You can't serve them.
I've been beating this for 20 minutes and all it does is scream. What is wrong
Look
with
at
you?
Truncheons, they're underdone.
Underdone Truncheon, name of my band. They destroyed Grandma's trunk, the one she'd brought from the old country. They smashed our little refrigerator and the purifier unit over the window. My Tweety bird escaped death by hiding in a corner of his cage as a big booted foot crushed most of it into a sad tangle of printer wire.
A Tweety bird. You think that's just what they call birds in the future? You know what a putty tat is?
No. What is a putty tat?
It's on the other side of a tramp stamp. Let me just say, I thought my daughters would be in bed. Vivian,
Go to bed,
I
Viv.
know. She'll be turning 8 next month.
She's got to learn about
Please.
tramp stamps
I
too,
love you.
sooner or
I
later.
love you, honey. I love you, honey. Please fall asleep quickly.
Yeah, what they did to him. When he was done, he looked like he'd been brawling with an entire rugby side.
You shouldn't have had a knock-on try up the jumper with the other side's hooker.
Those are rugby terms?
Yes, those are rugby terms. I looked them up ahead of time, and they're 100% used correctly. Like the Patriots sure scrimmage that squib kick into a safety touchdown during the Mega Bowl. I know sports.
Yes, they are my favorite squadron. They brought him out the door and let the newsies get a good look at him as they tossed him in the car.
No, we're not. I'm not making a Newsies joke, Rob. You just keep going.
Not even a Santa Fe reference?
No, I'm not making any reference I went Christian Bale and does in a small weathered cap. Keep going.
Well, a spokesman told the world that my dad's organized crime bootlegging operation had been responsible for at least 20 million in contraband, and that my dad, the desperate villain, had resisted arrest.
That's what happens if you let KFC catch you printing 3D chicken. Just not those secret spices.
No, well, that's
You're
how
gonna
they
get burned, Rob.
It's
I mean,
not
you're literally gonna get burned. The soybean oil is very hot. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do a fry daddy inside the printer.
Oof, I like my chicken like I like my women. 3D printed. Yeah, that deserved that silence. I saw it all from my phone in the remains of the sitting room, watching it on the screen and wondering just how anyone could look at our little flat and our terrible manky estate and mistake it for the home of an organized crime kingpin.
Yeah, well, nobody said he was a successful organized crime kingpin. Somebody has to graduate last from Slippery Rock's crime kingpin program, Rob. That's just how the math works on it. Can't all be summa cum laude like Loisas.
Oh, go Rocks. Woo! Sorry, Slippery Rock reference really got me close to home here. They took the printer away, of course, and displayed it like a trophy for the newsies.
No, we're not doing it.
No, not even the little Pulitzer number.
I don't.
No?
There's
No?
no Alan Menken based humor in this podcast, Rob.
But I want to be part of that world, Alan.
A whole new world.
His little shrine in the kitchenette seemed horribly empty. When I roused myself and picked up the flat and rescued my peeping poor Tweety bird, I put a blender there.
Keep it going.
Nothing more about the blender, really?
No, I don't have any more putty tat jokes.
It was made out of printed parts, so it'd only last a month before I need to print new bearings and other moving parts.
Yeah, I know. It's the same thing with my margarita machine. You got to keep replacing the tequila rotors and the salt circuits and the Cabo Wabo bearings.
Cabo Wabo!
I mean, you hear the name Sammy Hagar Industries, and of course, the first thing you think of is quality. This whole brand is based on taking things you love and making them so much better.
It's true. He's doing it right now, Alan.
Yeah,
right now.
I know. Crystal Pepsi, I know.
Back then, I could take apart or reassemble anything that could be printed. By the time I turned 18, they were ready to let Dad out of prison.
Oh, that's sad. 18 and life, you got it. 18 and life, you know. Your crime is time and also illegal 3D printing. It's 18 and life to go.
18 and life you got. Oh, sorry, I just instinct. Couldn't help that. Yeah. That was for my wife. She's 18. No, she likes that song.
Yeah.
I'd visited him 3 times. On my 10th birthday, on his 50th, and when Ma died.
Also, she's on Skid Row, so.
It had been 2 years since I'd last seen him, when he was in bad shape.
Like Brendan Fraser.
Oh, come on, he's working again.
What? No, he's on Doom Patrol. He looks good. He's got the.
Well, that's not him in the suit, Alan.
No, it is. He gained weight and turned metal. A robot.
I thought the suit was kind of a girdle thing, you know, just kind of keeps it all in.
Just keeps it in. Could have used that when he was that Texan.
No. I mean, yes.
Encino Man 2.
Encino Man 2.
I think that's what it was called.
A prison fight had left him with a limp, and he looked over his shoulder so often, it was like he had a tic. I was embarrassed when the minicab dropped us off in front of the estate and tried to keep my distance from this ruined, limping skeleton as he went inside and up the stairs. "Lainey," he said as he sat me down. "You're a smart girl. I know that. Trig. You wouldn't know where your old dad could get a printer and some goop.
Mm, you got a line on that good Gwyneth Paltrow junk? I just need to hit off one of them body vibe stickers. Hey, you got one of them vagina eggs I could borrow? It's in the group
Not just
catalog.
one, several. I heard a noise, Alan.
Did you?
I did.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Well, Nick's being quiet, so we don't know what it means. Could have meant anything.
I think it was a stream follow. I've got
Oh,
my
damn
microphone
you.
muted because I would just drown the two of you out with like raucous laughter. Dan's concerned for my well-being. He thinks I'm going to die.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love
your podcast gave me a heart attack. That's the hell of a review.
Not the worst iTunes review we've had.
That's true.
It would be 4 stars, 1 star off because I died.
I squeezed my hands into fists so tight my fingernails cut into my palms.
It's like Betty Cooper on Riverdale, and but only on the episodes where they want her to Hulk out and not be like a pretty blonde.
Yes.
By the way, it's season 3. Can they just let Jughead take off that hat? They've had 3 years of people watching the show. Are they like, how else are they going to know he's Jughead?
He the hamburgers? Is he just going to walk around with a hamburger all the time?
He doesn't eat enough hamburgers. I know they're in that diner all the time.
He needs to eat nothing but ham. This is why I don't watch.
Yeah.
Now, Sabrina, that's good stuff. I closed my eyes. You've been in prison for 10 years, Dad. 10 years. You're going to risk another 10 years to print out more blenders and pharma, more laptops and designer hats?
No. Hear me out. Okay, it's a line of masonry bricks with the word Supreme printed on it.
Supreme?
And then on the other side, it's a picture of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So it's the memes meme themselves with it.
It's Ruth Bader.
No, it's just
Bricksburg?
No. Diana Ross? Diana Ross on the other side?
It's Paul Simon. It's the I Am a Rock.
The Taco Bell, Taco Supreme. It works with any Supremes, Rob.
You can't hurry love, and you can't land that joke.
Yeah.
He grinned. I'm not stupid, Laney. I've learned my lesson. There's no hat or laptop that's worth going to jail for. I'm not going to print none of that rubbish. Never again.
Yeah. Rob, that's what they said about Gawker.com too, and somehow they're starting that up again. And Will Smith is playing Nick Denton. It's a mess. Everybody hates it.
Oh, who's playing Hulk Hogan?
I said I wasn't going to make any Alan Menken jokes too, and then I totally forgot that. But that's
seriously though, who would play Hulk Hogan in the Gawker story?
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, who could play Hulk Hogan?
No, Hulk Hogan. That's what I'm saying.
He needs the work. It's true. All right, brother. Shouldn't have had that sushi. He had a cup of tea, and he drank it now like it was whiskey. A sip, and then a long, satisfied exhalation.
Yeah, first time kava drinker, huh? I know. It tastes awful, but listen, the amazing thing is that it doesn't fucking work.
It's fantastic. It both tastes like awful,
mud,
and it is awful.
Like, wow, my mouth tastes like I just drank mud.
It's like coconut.
But it's
water.
it's an experience.
Oh. He closed his eyes and leaned back in his chair. Come here, Laney. Let me whisper in your ear. Let me tell you the thing that I decided while I spent 10 years in lockup. Come here and listen to your stupid dad.
Laney, I need to tell you something. Step
Yes,
Up
Dad?
is the most underrated franchise in the last 20 years.
Christ.
Have you read my fan fiction where Channing Tatum comes back, but it's a Magic Mike crossover?
Is this part of your post-apocalyptic Step Up series?
Yeah, with Moose, except for now he's MOOOSE. He's a cybernetic dancer.
Moose.
Yeah. But and then Jenna Dewan gets back together with him. It's a feel good story.
Aw,
Yeah, it's a feel good story.
It's nice. Robots in love.
And he's naked most of the time, so a lot of people feel good.
We're all stepping up for that.
Yep.
I felt a guilty pang about ticking him off. He was off his rocker. That much was clear. God knew what he went through in prison. What, Dad? I said, leaning in close.
I'm not saying I pooped my pants. I'm just saying someone did. It's been 20 years.
He's been waiting so long to poop. He didn't want to do it in prison. He's been
tough.
holding it
Hey,
in.
listen.
10 years. No poop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to come out.
I mean, there's no privacy at all.
He's taking like sheets of toilet paper to build a little wall around him.
I saw that. That was Escape at Dannemora, right? That's how it worked?
I think so.
Yeah.
Laney, I'm going to print more printers. Lots more printers. One for everyone. That's worth going to jail for. That's worth anything.
And that's how Henry Lexmark Epson died in prison due to a tragic paper jabbing accident.
I mean, now they say it's an accident, but you've got to ask, why was there a copier in the prison shower?
Manslaughter.
Oh,
I don't know.
that explains
Fraud? A counterfeiting.
They're
Counterfeiting. He's just doing his time.
The end.
Can we get, ladies and gentlemen, some hashtag interrupted tales over in the chat? You gentlemen blow me away every time.
That's the nicest thing. That's why we come here, to make money for charity and have our egos inflated as much as possible.
Yep.
Thank you, Nick. No, we love what you guys do here. We got to get sincere for 1 second and say thank you so much for coordinating this, for allowing us on this, and for letting us take over your silly little thing for a little bit.
Yeah,
we love you. Thank you so much for being over here. Everybody make it rain. Everybody was, I think, rapt at attention.
Let's
during
do this
segment.
We got all right. I'm putting my watch here.
We got the
Nice
challenge
watch.
cards yet. We can make them.
I need an Apple Watch, so donate
random
people.
things.
Yeah, we've got 1 minute. Get them in now, please.
Yeah.
And if nobody does, I will be horribly embarrassed. So please don't do it to make me horribly embarrassed. I will be horribly embarrassed anyway by this entire appearance. So go ahead.
You guys are.
Well, we
What's
got us
happening?
over 3,000. That's the important thing.
Yes.
Yeah, we got
Absolutely.
over 3,000 during this segment, which is absolutely amazing. 40% on day one. So
Well
thank
done,
you,
guys.
everybody out there that has donated from early donos all the way up to this segment. We absolutely love you, including yourselves, gentlemen, dropping in early donations as well as donations throughout the stream. It's amazing, and we love you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And hey, I know we didn't have a shake my head because of technical difficulties, but I hope they get back on. It's a great show.
Sunday
should,
at
listen
10
to it.
a.m.
Awesome.
We're going to get them
Perfect.
in. So
Good.
it's wonderful. We're going to make sure we get them in. I'm really happy that we were able to kind of squeeze them into one of these open spots. I guess it was meant to be.
I realized, I knew my daughters wanted to hear their name on the air. They donated on the live stream for the Cure page.
Yep.
Ah,
I saw that over there.
This is
Vivian,
my sweeties. I love
that's
you.
amazing.
I love you.
Thank you so much for donating. Oh, speaking of donating,
money.
Julio from the Contrarians, $10 donation for.
All right.
I think the consensus in the chat, Alan, is that you sound like H. John Benjamin, and then it turned into a discussion about Bob's Burgers.
Well, you got Bob's
can't be-
Burgers, Archer.
I can't be Archer.
Coach McGurk.
I guess it's
I
the
can do the whole
same.
catalog here.
People see or hear your voice and they're like, "Hey, that's Archer," and then they see you in an Arby's commercial and they're like, "Who's that guy?"
Oh, poor.
It's amazing how everyone else on Archer is drawn so realistically, like compared to their voice actor.
Yeah. Hey, actually, Cannonball she's pretty close. Or Aisha Tyler. Sorry.
You know,
Aisha
we will
Tyler.
we will have you guys number 1 Interrupted Tales and number 2 Parapsychology in Interrupted Tales podcast. Please tell everybody that's watching out there, everybody that's listening into this later, whatever the case may be, where they can find you guys on the web. These are 2 talented ass motherfuckers, and please check out their shows, because you will be entertained beyond belief. I literally, like I said, I had to mute my microphone the whole time because I was like falling out of my chair. You guys are amazing. Seriously amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. You can find our podcast, Interrupted Tales and Parapsychology, at our homepage, at our website at ohthehumanity.com. That's ohthehumanity.com, or at parapsychology.com or interruptedtales.com. It all goes to the same place. You can find us at Twitter at Tale Interrupted, TALE Interrupted, or on Instagram at Interrupted Tales and Parapsychology everywhere. And occasionally, we are now live recording our shows on Twitch. So if you ever, we might try it again someday. If you ever around, follow us there in Interrupted Tales, and you might hear us sometime.
Our episodes come out on Tuesdays. Parapsychology is exactly halfway through its season 1 run. It's a great time to jump in and check it out.
Yeah, perfect timing, because it's wrapped, it's done. You can listen to it now, listen to it every 2 weeks, and it'll be a great little perfect story.
And then go back and listen to it again when you're done. Ooh, there we go.
All right.
Another donation. Adam from Everyone Has a Podcast dropping $10 in there. Get some, he says.
All right. Thank you, Adam. And thank you, Julie, from before. Thank you.
And Dan is testing in the green room. That's the voice you can hear in the background.
Hello.
Shout out to Dan, who
Is this on?
does not get enough screen time for all the work he's putting.
That is very true. Very big shout out to
Yeah,
Dan.
he gets the backstage
Absolutely.
show. Wait, backstage show. It's usually not very fun unless you're in Tijuana.
Usually he gets the backdoor show. But
Sure.
That's the joke. Good
you
joke.
gentlemen are, like I said, please head ohthehumanity.com. Check out both of their shows. Like I said, I am in love with Parapsychology. It's hilarious. I think you guys nailed like the perfect amount of naivety for Rob's character, and then share the little parasite. Just that sarcasm that Alan lays in there is it's a beautiful symphony. I love it. I highly recommend it to literally anyone I ever can. Whenever they're like, "Hey, do you know any good audio dramas?" Parapsychology.
We appreciate it.
We
It was
really
a labor
do.
of love
Yeah.
and depression. So
Yeah, many years of depression and comedy writing come together into one perfect form. But Alan, I thank Alan every day for coming up with that, because it's awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
enjoy
Well,
it.
gentlemen, we're going to bid farewell.
Hey, enjoy the rest of the time. I hope you survive. I know last year they had to ship in liquids intravenously into your body afterwards.
Can that be a thing? Because
Well, they did that, and the hamster popped right out. So at least you got that going for you. But
I think
no,
we're not
honestly,
seeing the hook, Rob. The hook from off
no,
stage.
I just want to say, have a great rest of the weekend.
thank
All right?
you very, very much, gentlemen. You guys are
Thanks,
amazing.
Panther.
Have a wonderful night. We're going to say goodbye to Rob and Alan of Interrupted Tales, and we are going